first brain training today. Woo! Here we go, brain hacks, just like a little bit like magic. Okay, so if you do these often, you do these every day, your brain's going to get faster and faster. I only apologize. I was out kayaking yesterday. I am shattered, my brain and my body. So I'm going to try and keep up with this. So apologies in advance if any mistakes come in. Okay, but this is from my brain training series. So hopefully it should be fine. Right, we're going to start with a rabbit with one hand. So we've got a rabbit in one hand, and we're going to be shooting our rabbit. Okay, so we've got a rabbit with one set of fingers here. I'm going to get close to the camera to make sure you can really see me properly. Rabbit here, and we're shooting our rabbit here. Okay, once you've got that, we're then going to swap it over. So this hand becomes a rabbit, and this hand becomes a shotgun. Try that out. See if you can reverse them. Okay, now obviously being alive, I can't see any audience on here. All I can see is view rate. So I don't know if you've managed to swap those fingers yet or not. So I'm going to go with you have. Okay, so here we go. We're going to swap them back. So our rabbit is now over here again. Our shotgun is over here again. And then we're going to swap them back again. Woo! Okay, once you've got that, we're going to start speeding it up. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, and swap, swap. Swap, 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 swap. Keep it swapped. Swap, 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 swap. Keep it swapped. Swap. Nice. Did you do it? Okay. Next brain training one on today. They're all really easy. Well, they might be easy. Might be really hard. I don't know. It is 9:30 in the morning. Anyway. Our next one today, we're going to be doing one on one hand and we're going to do 4s on the other hand. So we're going to bring one finger up. Here we go. One finger. Doesn't matter which hand you start with. And 4 fingers. So if you are struggling, you are watching the camera, you're trying to work out which hand is that Alana's holding up, it does not matter. You can start either way around. So I'm going to do 1 with one finger, 4 with the other fingers. Here we go. I'm going to swap them over. So this hand becomes a 1 finger. This hand becomes a 4 fingers. If you're finding these easy, it's about to level up through the 20 minutes. So stay connected, okay? If you're finding this hard, you can always drop back to this level. Here we go. So we've got 1 on this hand now. We've got 4 on this hand. We're going to swap it back over. This becomes a 4 and this becomes a 1. Okay, got it? Here we go. We're going to swap it back over. This becomes a 1 and this becomes a 4. Right, here we go. Let's speed it up. And 5, 6, 7, go. 4, 4, 4, 4. Change it 4, 4, 4. 4, change it 4, 4, 4, 4, change it 4, 4, 4, 4. You can even give it a little jig in there if you want, like me. 4, 4, change it 4, 4, 4, 4, change it 4, 4, 4, 4, change it 4, 4, 4. Last time. Nice. Okay. Hope you all got that. Tell me in the comments. Oh, wow. Interesting exercises. Thank you so much. And that is coming from Susan Purvis. Thank you very much, Susan. And I'm loving the smiley face, honey. Okay. So our next exercise coming in today, we're going to come up and down. So I'm going to step back a little bit here. Okay. Up and down. Up and down. Again, it does not matter which hand you're starting with. One hand is going to be coming up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Okay, let's lower that hand. This hand over here is going to be coming in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. You've probably noticed by now, nothing's going to stay that simple. We are going to bring both into place at the same time. Sorry, I'm falling over my words. As I said, I was out kayaking all yesterday, very, very late night, 3 hours sleep, and I'm back on doing this morning. So just got to go with it. Here we go. We're going to bring both hands in at the same time. So one hand is going to go up and down. The other hand is going to come in and out. So here we go. Are we ready? 5, 6, 7, and up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Again, and up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Again, and up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Like an up and down, up and down, up and down. Like an up and down. Nice. Okay, we're going to do exactly the same exercise. We're going to swap it over. So that means your other hand, doesn't matter which one it is, but the opposite one to the one you used last time, is going to come up and down and up and down, up and down and up and down. Best thing about these exercises, if you want to do them on the sofa, you can. You don't even need to stand up today. Here we go. Other hand is going to come in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. You want to get the kids, challenge them, wake them up first in the morning, get them off YouTube or doom scrolling and get their brains up and awake. This is great neuroplasticity work as well. Here we go. So we're going to come up and down with one hand. So we're going to come in and out at the other hand at the same time. Ready? 5, 6, 7, and up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Bring it up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Bring it up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Last time, and up and down, up and down, up and down. Bring it up and down. Nice. Did you do it? Okay, we have got 13 minutes left. Let's go, go, go. Let's get as many of these as we can. Okay, the next one, I'm just going to warn you in advance. It's a lot harder than it looks. Okay, what we're going to do is going to draw a triangle. So we're going to take it from the top. We're going to go round, along, and up. Let's do that again. Round, long, and up. If you love these, they're all from the brain training series. Some of them, a lot of them are on my YouTube channel, which you're on already if you're watching this, Dancin'Fit How to Dance. And if you're really, really loving them and you want to see even more of them and you want them to be available whenever you want them straight from your phone, even if you don't have reception, you can download the course coming up soon. That will be out this August. Okay, here we go. Straight up, down, along, and up. Okay, with our other hand, we're going to be taking the other hand, we're going to do circles. So this hand here is becoming a circle. You know what's coming next. Oh, you know what's coming next. So we're going to be doing both at the same time. Okay, should we try that firstly slowly? I tell you, this is a lot harder than it looks, this one. Okay, you tend to find both hands turn into a triangle or one becomes a random squarey shape. All sorts of things happen. Okay, ready? So we're going to go, one hand is a triangle and the other hand is a circle. Doesn't matter if the triangle's going this way, starting from down here and coming up. It really doesn't matter. Okay, ready? 5, 6, 7, and we'll go. Triangle. Ooh! Here we go. Triangle. Now, because I'm looking to the camera, I can't even see on the screen because my screen isn't near my camera. Am I actually doing this myself or not? It kind of feels like I'm not. Kind of feels like my circle is gaining a lot of corners. Woo! Okay. How are we doing? A lot harder than it looks, this one, isn't it? Especially on 3 hours sleep. Who else is getting 3 hours sleep at the moment? Write it in the comments. If you're not getting much sleep at the moment, the kids are off on holidays, write it in the comments. Okay, we're going to do exactly the same thing, but we're going to swap it around. Oh my gosh, we've got another awesome comment in from Supervis again with loads of little emojis. I'm not sure what those emojis mean, little yellow emojis with a green marker next to them. But thank you very much for carrying on with the comments anyway, honey. I really appreciate it. We're going to do exactly the same thing the other way around. So we're going to bring with your other hand the triangle. This hand is the square. So the triangle is going to be coming down, across, and up, down, across, and up, down, across, and up. With our other hand, we're going to be coming in and we're doing a circle. We're going to be circling around at the same time. As I said, if you want to do this sitting down, do. If you want to challenge the kids, do. If you want to just keep your own brain going, do. I had an amazing comment from a friend of mine the other day who's also an osteopath, and she's awesome. And she said to me that she'd actually heard from an osteopath friend of hers that they said, and I quote, the only muscles that you need to keep going and you need to work on are the ones that you still want to work when you're old. So if you still want your brain to work when you're old, come on, get those hands up. You don't even need to stand up to do this one. We're going to do a triangle one side, We're going to do a circle with the other side. Here we go. So triangle one, circle with the other. Woo! Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Can we do it? Triangles, circles. Ah! I feel like I'm doing a bit of a wax on, wax off look going on now. Whee! If you're old enough to remember this, this is Karate Kid, wax on, wax off. Okay. Right, did we do it? Did we do it? Okay, right, so we are actually going to bring in our feet to the next one, and the next one is even more Karate Kid. If you love Karate Kid, you're going to quite like today. I love Karate Kid. I always wanted to have the bright yellow car. Now, you only know what that means if you saw the very first Karate Kid. If you're as old as me and you saw the very first Karate Kid, tell me in the comments, did you want the yellow car? I really wanted the yellow car that Danny was given. Okay, are we ready? So we're going to wax on with one hand. I'm stepping back from the camera for a reason. We're going to bring our feet in. You might, if you're not sure about your balance, you might want to have something to hold on to. Okay, we're going to wax off with the other hand. Woo! Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to bring in our feet. We're going to wax on with the foot at the same time as the hand. So what we're now doing, to explain, is we've just split our body straight down the middle, firing both sides of the brain. Well, we're going to be splitting the body this way, making upper and lower torso work at the same time as splitting this side, making the brain work even harder and firing even more. Okay, we're then going to finish that side. We're going to come over the other side. We're going to wax on and wax off, and we're going to bring in our feet at the same time. If you're part of my seated yoga dancing, you've seen this move coming into one of our choreos. The reason being, all the choreos at this seated are built around brain and body longevity. So, right, here we go. Are we ready? 5, 6, 7, and wax on, wax on, wax on, wax on. Bring it off, 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 off with our feet. Feet, feet, feet with our feet. Feet, feet. From the top, wax on, wax on, wax on, wax on. Wax it off, 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 off with our feet. Feet, feet, feet. The foot, 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 foot. From the top, wax, wax, wax. And off, 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 off with our feet. Feet, feet, feet at the foot, 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 foot. Fantastic. Okay, we now have, according to the timer, 7 minutes left. 7 minutes left. Okay, so there's an incredible exercise. This is a toe tapping exercise. If you're already sitting down, you're going to find this really easy. If you're not, then you might want to stand up and hold on to something. So what we're going to do, are we ready? If you've got a table in front of you, then you can have an extra noise to get the kids involved. Right. We're going to tap out. I'm going to tell the story of this one. So, a fantastic lady that inspired me over in America who teaches seated yoga, which is where the idea of seated yoga dancing came from. Because I saw her online, she inspired me very much. So I thought she was fantastic. I was looking at a new medium of dance to go into so that I could start working with people that couldn't access standing dancing, and saw the seated yoga and thought, that's fantastic. I could turn that into seated yoga dancing. Started studying the neuroplasticity side of things, how that works, different conditions like MS or like dementia, like aphasia, like arthritis, spinal conditions where you're going down and everything else, because all those things I had to train up in separately to training as a dancer and then training as a dance teacher and then training as a dance business owner. Obviously, they're all different things that you study, right? So I hadn't niched into training with dementia, training with MS, blah, blah, blah. But people started phoning me up, can you come in and working with our guys, blah, 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 blah. So I was like, well, yes, but, give me a month. And I'd spend that month just absorbed in that condition, and then pick up everything that I could from that condition that I could say, okay, well, if they've got this, then I can do that. Yes? So if they have Aphasia, say for example. Aphasia is a disconnection between patterns. So it's basically you have trouble counting, reading, recognizing days of the week, moving things around in places, all that sort of thing. So that's what aphasia is, and it's caused through usually having a stroke or some sort of a brain shock system going on. So anyway, so I went away, studied aphasia, and of course I realised it was pattern formation work going on, and that's a particular part of your brain that's working there all the time, really, really hard. And of course, if it then comes in as being a problem with that part of your brain, what's happening is it's kind of the synapses are not firing across and talking to it, like the postman is not arriving with the mail and saying, hey, you need to do that. You need to recognize this pattern, number pattern, and be able to place each number in the right order between 1 and 5, for example, or whatever. So the postman's not getting there with the messages, right? So what needs to happen then is we need to then develop the other side of the brain even more, so it's even stronger, but also with that side of the brain, do anything that we can to keep as many pattern formations in place for as long as we possibly can, right? And also sometimes if you're lucky, you can also pull them back a little bit and get the postman to come through, or send an email instead. Okay, so that's how it works. So anyway, right, here we go. So this lady anyway that inspired me on the yoga, she was involved in a dementia course, and so they had lots of people that had dementia, and scientists, and they also had a lot of people that work in neurodiversity, plasticity, yoga, pattern formation work. I do a lot of pattern formation work as well myself now, and so they had these guys come together, and what they did is they started studying slices of the brain in the guys that had dementia, right? So they had one group of people with dementia that they just studied slices in their brain over the months, but they weren't doing anything with them. The other people that have dementia, they were doing the pattern formation work, right? And they're studying slices in the brain over the months. What they found was the guys over here that did not do anything, right? When it came to their dementia, they didn't do anything. The progression of dementia continued at the rates that it would normally have continued with them. However, these guys over here, their dementia slowed down. The reason being, they were doing pattern formation work. So pattern formation work is easy to do. If you go to the right people that know what they're doing, it does work. I promise you it does work. I have clients diagnosed 5 years ago that are still flying independently to France to see their sisters. They're still living independently, etc. It works, but you have to put in the work. Okay, there is a definite caveat to that. If you jump on and you do something once, you never do it again, it's not working. Right, okay. Are we ready? So all that said, here we go. To be fair, if you don't have dementia, you're on the brain training hack one now today. So give it a go, because as we said earlier, the only muscles in your entire body that you exercise are the ones that you still want to work when you're older, right? Okay, so here we go. So we're going to grab one foot. We're going to toe tap it. Toe tapping it. Woo! I'm going to step back a bit. Toe tapping it. I'm going to bring in another foot. I'm going to toe tap it. But what I've done is I'm going to keep both patterns exactly the same. So you're not going to bring in the next one and stop the last one or do a different pattern, right? It's got to be the same. Okay. Then you're going to bring in one hand. You're going to toe tap it and bring it in the hand at the same time. There you go. Bring in the other hand. You're tapping it out, bringing in the hand, all at the same time. 5, 6, 7, and stop. Okay, are we ready? Let's get going. We're going to start with one foot. If you are doing this sitting down, you're going to find it a lot easier than standing up on this one. If you do have a table or something in front of you, you can bang it if you want to. Okay, are we ready? Tapping out. 5, 6, 7, and 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 5, 6, 7, and stop. Awesome. Let's see if we can keep that one going for longer. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7, and a 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. Other side, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And a 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Bring a hand, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Bring a hand, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Other hand, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Bring your hand, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And 5, 6, 7. And stop. Brilliant. Brilliant. Okay, time is up. Oh my gosh, time is up. Time is up. No. Okay, I'm going to bring in one more just so we can sing together. Okay, so this is, I love this one. It's great fun. I hope you love this one too. I hope you've enjoyed the whole session. Okay, so this is my final one for today. So do we all know the song, 5 Little Ducks? You don't have to sing along to it if you don't want. You might want to put things in your ears. You can't hear me sing, and I don't know because I can't sing, but I'm going to sing. Here we go. So we're going to start with 5 little ducks on one hand. There's 5 little ducks. And then on our other hand here, we've got Mummy Duck. There she is. Mummy Duck. 5 little ducks. Mummy Duck. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Now, our 5 little ducks go swimming. And they're going to swim all the way over to our other hand. So Mummy Duck's going to be on the other side. Right. But when they get there, these naughty ducks carry on swimming. So they're going to carry on swimming. And they're over here, right? And then, because they don't stop, because they're little baby ducks, and they're on the summer holidays, and they've got loads of energy, so they're going to fly back over here, right? Okay. When we get to 4 little ducks, they're going to fly back over here. Now we've only got 4 ducks, okay? But they're going to carry on swimming. And then we're going to get down to 3 little ducks. Okay, 3 little ducks. And it's going to keep going all the way around to 0 little ducks when we go straight back up to 5. Here we go, our last one today. It's been brilliant having fun with you for the 20 minutes. I have run over time, so I hope you like the bonus one in today. Are we ready? 5 little ducks. Putting one hand up for our little ducks. One finger up for our mummy duck. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, and 5 little ducks went swimming one day over the hills and far away. Mama duck said quack, 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 quack. 4 little ducks came swimming back. 4 little ducks went swimming one day over the hills and far away. Mama duck said quack, 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 quack. 3 little ducks came swimming back. 3 little ducks came swimming one day over the hills and far away. Mama duck said quack, 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 quack. 2 little ducks came swimming back. 2 little ducks went swimming one day over the hills and far away. Mama duck said quack, 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 quack. 1 little duck came swimming back. 1 little duck went swimming one day over the hills and far away. Mama duck said quack, 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 quack. 5 little ducks came swimming back. Nice! I hope you all did it. That's awesome. That's so awesome. Thank you so much for staying with me. We've got on here now, I don't know what those emojis are either, but they looked cute. Oh, I love that. That's brilliant. Thanks so much for staying with me. You're a superstar. I hope you enjoyed all of those today. I hope you had fun with all of those today. If you're not doing this one until the on-demand later on, maybe 9:30 is just too early for you. Or maybe you forgot this one was on today, that's fine. Do it on the repeat. The repeat will be out tomorrow. That's 24 hours later. That's nothing to do with me. It just seems to take that long for YouTube to upload it for some reason. Now, don't forget, every Monday we've got seated yoga dancing. Every Tuesday we've got fusion. Every Wednesday we've got medium impact. And every Thursday we have body and brain. So today we've been doing brain. Body and brain changes. So it could be balance work one week, it could be arthritis one week. It's all going to be all different things. So really easy exercises, just like today, and it'll only be 20 minutes. Every session is 20 minutes. Every session starts on 9:30, and every session is on the YouTube. So to make sure you don't miss them, jump on YouTube. Make sure yeah, to make sure you don't miss them, do jump on YouTube, Dancin'Fit, how to dance. Please subscribe. It really, really does help the channel. It's completely free. I can't even see. You might be doing this in your PJs. I have no idea. I cannot see you. Nobody else can see you. The entire program is free, completely free, running all August. So please do join in it. And all I ask in return is you subscribe to the channel, which is free. And if you want to ring the bell, that would be awesome. That sends you notifications of when I'm coming on. So it's exactly like the calendar on your phone that pings you and says you need to be getting to your dentist appointment, doctor's appointment, you've got a play date, whatever. Your YouTube will do the same. It will ping up and say, Alana's going live in 30 minutes because you've already clicked the bell. Okay, so that's an amazing system. Do use it because it's a great brain hack. Again, really, it just helps out your brain. Okay, that's all for today. Mwah, love you. Thank you so much for the lovely, lovely comments. So, and thanks for the thanks, Alana, comment as well. You're a star. Right, mwah, it's me signing off.